You are tuned in to Kids
In the Pit.
Guys, it's Gabe from Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Tony Gambino from the band Blessed by a Broken Heart. So my mom and I found your band on the Furnace Fest Spotify playlist that someone made and shared in the Furnace Fest community Facebook page. We love the song "Move Your Body," and I told her I wanted to stage dive for it during your set at Furnace Fest. So I did, and then you pulled me up out of the crowd, and then you handed me the mic, and I ended up on your shoulder. That was really fun and
Yeah.
unexpected.
Yeah, that was awesome. I saw you stage dive and I realized that you knew the lyrics and I was like, yeah, why not let him go? And then I was like, are you serious? This kid has an incredible screaming voice. I was just like, go off, son.
So, thank you.
Yeah.
So what do you do in Blessed by a Broken Heart?
I'm the vocalist. I've been with the group since 2007. I think they've been a band since 2003, but I joined in 2007 and yeah, screaming, singing, madman, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are really fun. Like, some songs, like you guys sound like I don't know, like a glam like metal band, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
but some songs are like really, really heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And it was
Yeah, we like blending the two of those styles together to bring some of the 80s elements that, are
yep,
very nostalgic and then the kind of metalcore, you know, side of things too. So
yep. And the Bon Jovi cover was really cool.
thank you. That's fun.
Yep.
I think the reason we like playing that one so much is because, people know it
Yep.
and, they're like, they just go ham, singing that one. So
Yep. It was awesome. So who came up
yeah,
with
thank
the
you.
band name and what does it mean?
Well, that's a good question. Tyler, our bass player, is the founder of the band, and I believe that he had gone through like some serious heartache, a breakup that kind of devastated him, and I guess it kind of gave him motivation to do something creative and push forward. So, blessed by a broken heart is kind of the concept behind that. Most of us think that it's a cheesy name, but I guess we're just rolling with it because it's unique.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just go by blessed, but yeah, that's kind of where the name came from.
Yep. Or BBABH. Blessed by a yep.
Yeah, we'll just do the acronym thing.
Yeah, that could work. So Move Your Body is my favorite Blessed by a Broken Heart song. Do you have a favorite?
Well, I mean, that one has definitely been a hit. I don't think we've ever not played that one at a show. Just it gets people dancing, so that's fun. But I really like the one we just released, "Days of Thunder." That's a cover song by one of my favorite bands, The Midnight. I'm really proud of the way that one came together, and we actually have a couple new songs that are coming out that probably going to be my favorite. Um, one that's a little more poppy and dancey, kind of like "Move Your Body," and then one that's probably going to be, I would say, the heaviest song we released. So I'm pretty excited to share those ones. Maybe going to be my favorites.
Yep, I'll be on the lookout for them. So where's your band from, and do you all still live there?
Well, originally the band was all from Montreal in Canada. Um, all the members were there. When I joined, I think I was living in Sacramento at the time. I was bouncing around. I was the first vocalist in a band called Jamie's Elsewhere. That didn't work out, and then I got the opportunity to audition for Blessed by a Broken Heart. So I flew to Montreal, where everybody was, from there and living there at the time, and they wanted me to stay, so joined the band. After a year or two, we had made some member changes. We got somebody from Florida. We got somebody. Sean was in New York, but ended up moving to California. And then at one point we had a guy, Sam Ryder, who's a very successful musician after leaving Blessed by Broken Heart. He was living in London, so we were super spread out. And I think I was in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a while too. So
Yeah,
no, we're
Walter White.
extremely, yeah, exactly. That's
Yep.
my uncle. Just kidding. But yeah, we're really spread out, and so it was hard to practice and stuff like that. But we were still touring, 6 months out of the year, which was fine because we all had our own little separate lives, and also doing the band thing too. So
Yep. Also, you got Pedal to the Metal is like the best album cover ever. Like, it's just awesome. It looks really bad with the. Wait, what if I turn the brightness like down? Yeah, that's a lot
there
better.
you go.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah, I
awesome.
can see myself. Hey.
Oh, it's
Yeah, that's
infinite.
cool, man. Yeah, infinite. We had the concept of sort of a flying car, and um, we went through a couple of different iterations of that, but we're pretty stoked with how that came out.
So 80s. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Wait, is that the first album or what was there another one?
It was my first album. There is actually one more album that's not even on streaming platforms, called All Is Fair in Love and War. And that was before my time. I think they released that in 2003 when they first started. And the production is terrible. I don't
Oh,
even think they used a click, but it was just brutal and heavy and raw. And I think that's what made them, when I joined, they were the most popular band on MySpace, like number one on the charts. Because everyone was like, who the hell are these dudes like dressed like this and playing this kind of music?
yeah.
It was pretty wild at the time. I was even a fan, back then. So
Yep. So other than the one that you said that was like really bad quality was Pedal to the Metal, the first album that's like on streaming platforms.
yeah, yeah. So that one we recorded right after I joined. We recorded that one, I think, 3 weeks after I joined in
Wow.
2007. We drove from Montreal all the way across the country to British Columbia, Canada, and did an
Wow.
album out there, and that was Pedal to the Metal.
Well, that's crazy. You would go all the way across the country. That's crazy.
Yeah, we drove a tiny little short bus.
Yep.
Uh, it was bad. The thing was smoking. There was smoke in the bus. We had to wear masks. It was like it was such a mess.
Yep. Well, that's cool. You were able to do that. Um, so you guys just played Furnace Fest. How was your overall Furnace Fest experience, and what was your favorite set that another band played?
Oh man, overall, I'm just feeling very, very grateful to be able to do this again. I quit the band about 12 years ago,
Oh,
and over the last year, we had started chatting with Mike Zimmer and the owner of Furnace Fest, and
yep.
he's wanted to manage us, and so he threw us on a couple of festivals this year. And to be honest, the gratitude that I have to be able to do this again is like overwhelming. I never thought I'd get the opportunity, so I think that was the overarching theme for me. Um, I was very emotional to be able to get on the stage and kind of connect with people again and see that there's people out there that still enjoy what we do, and to be able to kind of make a difference in people's lives in some type of way, and express myself in the thing that I'm most passionate about is pretty awesome. Um,
Yeah.
so it's cool to be back in that environment again, and to see a lot of old friends from the touring days, when we were doing it full time.
Are you guys
And
gonna be playing? Uh, are you guys gonna be playing shows again? You think?
yeah, yeah, I think we're kind of getting a plan together for next year, and hoping for some good um, tour offers or festival offers. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
start figuring that out soon. But yeah, so I think the band that I was excited to see, because we had toured with them before, was A Plea for Purging.
Oh, they played Furnace
Andy
Fest.
and all those guys. They played Furnace Fest, yeah. And so watching them come back, and that was their first show in, like, I think he said 6 years or something. and they just owned it. And everyone out there, all the hardcore fans, were just beating the hell out of each other and going wild. And it was cool to see the energy that they brought. Yeah, I really thought it was amazing.
Yep. We met the singer at Starbucks on our way home, and he like so on our way home there was a Target, and inside there was a Starbucks, and we saw the singer of A Plea for Purging. But it's really awesome. It's really funny that he like threw out hamburgers during the set.
Yeah,
Yep. I should
yeah,
have.
Andy. He's a wild dude, very hilarious and very sweet and kind, and just the most brutal vocals. Dude's cool for sure.
I should have watched him. I would have gotten a hamburger.
Yeah. Oh, my mouth was drooling when I was seeing. I was like, "Over here, bro."
Yep. I think he might be on on the podcast because we asked him when we saw him, and he was like, "Sure." So hopefully that
Good. That'd be
happens.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what was the first punk, hardcore, or metal show you attended, and how old were you?
Wow. I guess I guess it's punk. I think it was more alternative. But there was a band called, I'm gonna mess this up. I completely forget the name of the band. I was probably 12 years old. I was a little skate punk. I was always downtown, and I was skating around this venue, and I would just start reading the flyers. And oh my god, why can't I remember the name of this band? I'm gonna let you know when it comes to me.
Yep.
But yeah, that's probably the time where I got really into rock and roll and alternative and some punk as well. I didn't go to a ton of shows back then because I was just, you know, a little punk like street skateboarder kid that didn't care anything about anything other than just skateboarding.
Yep.
But as far as like bands that changed my life, like Green Day was the first like, and Offspring, the Offspring were the two like punk bands that like changed me, changed who I am as a person.
Yep. So you were just a little bit older than me. I got into punk at 9, and I'm 11 now, so
Mm,
it's been 2 years. Um,
nice.
so yeah, Bad Religion was my first show. Bad Religion, Alkaline Trio, and War on Women in Orlando, Florida, because we go to Disney World every year. And turns out
Yeah.
the day before we went to Disney World, there was a Bad Religion show in Orlando. So they took me because I started getting into Bad Religion then.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
we're from
awesome. Your parents seem really cool and, supportive of, you enjoying this industry and sort of be a part of the industry. And I think that's really neat that you guys do
yeah.
that.
Yes, like they got me into it, like because they were listening to Bad Religion. I got into that, and I started getting in kind of into Alkaline Trio because Bad Religion. Then it just went like slowly, like more heavy, and now I still love Bad Religion and all those type of bands, but I also love more heavy stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. That's awesome.
Also Hot Water Music. They're my favorite band. But do you know them?
Hmm.
Hot Water Music. They're like a post-hardcore kind of band. Check them out. They're really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll scope it out.
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite bands to see live?
Oh, I guess any of the bands we've toured with. Um, A Day to Remember was my first tour. We got to co-headline with them on my very first tour,
They're
and I just fell in love with them and their music, and
they're
it was
like
amazing
metalcore bands,
watching
right?
them.
They're like
It's kind of pop punk hardcore, I would say.
nice.
Um, but
Heard the name.
yeah, I loved watching them and the crowd's reaction, to them. Um, yeah, just all those bands we toured with, back in the day. The craziest show that I've ever seen live. It's not a band that I've ever listened to like by choice, but seeing Rammstein
Yep.
in in Switzerland. We're playing a festival with them, and I
Funny.
could not believe their show, their production, the sound quality, some of the effects that they had. He set the sound guy on fire. That was cool. Everyone
He
thought he
actually
was just like trying to hurt the guy, but it was part of the show. But yeah, the
like
guy's running around on fire. Like, what the hell? It was amazing.
wait, like
So
was it was part of the show or what?
yeah, yeah. The singer had a flamethrower, and then he like yelled at the sound guy to come, hey, fix my monitor. And the guy's over there fixing the monitor, and he just shoots him with the flamethrower,
Wait,
and the guy catches on fire.
was the sound guy like
Yeah, you
was
can
it
YouTube
planned?
it. Yeah.
Was it, oh wow, that's crazy.
It was a setup thing. He knew it was going to happen. I think the guy is a fire walker or whatever the hell they call them. But he looked like it was the sound guy. Like it looked like legit.
Funny.
But yeah, really wild.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yep. So what is your favorite place you've toured in?
Favorite place I've toured in. I think God, probably the UK and Europe. Um, it's because it's such an old world place, you know, that the history is real there. I mean, the food wasn't that great. Overall, I would say actually Japan was the best place we've ever toured in.
Awesome.
Um, just serious culture shock. You know, it's just different life, different people, different vibes all around. The craziest thing about that is when we're playing shows. You know, we got to play a festival and there was 30,000 people in the crowd. And between songs, like if I was speaking to the crowd, it would be silent in there because it's a cultural thing not to speak over people. So when they're talking, you're respectful and you're quiet. And so it's not like that in America. People are chatting, partying, having a good time at your show, which is fine. But it was such a shock that 30,000 people were absolutely silent between songs when you're speaking. It was very cool.
Crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so what is your favorite type of food from another country?
Ooh, dang, that's a curveball, that one. Favorite type of food. I mean, we're in Italy. I think just everything there. I mean, Italian food in America is good. Italian food in Italy is incredible. Just all of it. Um, yeah, we couldn't get enough.
Yep. I'd love to try Italian food actually in Italy because like I'm Italian. Um, and so my dad will make like Italian stuff all the time. Lasagna,
Yeah,
we'll make pasta, we'll make spaghetti, we'll make all that. Um,
nice.
yeah. I'd like to go to Italy and try like authentic like I'm not saying that my dad's cooking is bad, but I'm saying like it's not as good as real Italian
Yeah,
food. No
I know what
offense,
you're saying
Dad.
for sure. Yep, yep.
Yep. So do you have kids and how old are they and what do they think of you being in a band?
Yeah. So I got married. Gosh, probably right. I think it was 2009. Um, and we're not together anymore. But she was a single mom, and so I adopted her son, who became, you know, my stepson, and he is 17 now, which is just wild. And then we also had a daughter. She's 8 now, and you know, they both like music. My daughter's starting to sing a little bit, so
Nice.
um, yeah, I think they. My son Talon has seen me play live, but my daughter hasn't had the opportunity because, you know, I just got back into doing music again. So I'm excited for the chance to play in front of her and kind of see her response to that as well. But they both like music. Um, they're not really pursuing being musician or anything like that, and that's fine. Although my daughter can sing really well, I hope she kind of pursues that to some level. But
Yep.
yeah, they're awesome. Two kids.
Yeah. So would you rather be able to fly in the sky or breathe underwater?
Dang. Well, I can hold my breath for a really long time underwater. So I'm gonna just say that I've kind of got that covered to a degree. Because flying would be, I mean, that's everyone's choice, right? Flying
Yeah,
would be
probably.
insane.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, I want to fly
you
for
wouldn't
sure.
even have to travel. I mean, you wouldn't even have to get plane tickets. You could just fly to Japan. Hey, you want some sushi? You want some ramen? Hey, you want to go to Japan? You want to go to Japan for dinner?
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
If
but
you're fast enough, if you were too slow at flying, it would take forever to get over there, and that would suck.
well, sure, but
Um, you know,
teleporting would be crazy. You just let's say there was like a on Google Maps or something, there's a teleport button. You drop a pin and then you can just teleport there.
yeah,
Just
you
don't
should
let a
invent
little
that.
kid don't yeah, just don't let a little kid play with it because they might drop you into a volcano on accident.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Nope. Well, if you invent it, let me know. I'll test her out for you.
Yep. You can't sue me if it drops if it malfunctions, okay?
All right. Yeah, just drop a contract and I'll sign it.
Yep. So if you could tell your 11-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell them?
Um, yeah, work hard and be humble, and love people.
Cool.
Those are things that I've learned the hard way over the years.
Yep.
Um,
All good.
I wasn't always the most humble person.
Yep. All good
Um, and I
messages.
was humbled by some difficult circumstances, and made me realize what's important in life. And obviously, working hard. If there's something you want in life, you need to bust your ass to pursue it.
Yeah.
Um, and just love people a lot. I
Nice. Well,
That's the biggest thing in the world. So
yeah, nice. Well, anything to add before we wrap it up?
no, man, I'm thankful that you asked me to be on this, and I'm stoked that our paths crossed. And I think that you should continue to pursue music, playing music, doing the podcast, and yeah, thanks for jumping on stage with us. That was really neat. I think you've got some
Thank,
talent there. I'm excited to see where you go with it.
yeah, thanks for letting me get on stage. It was awesome.
Of course.
Yep.
Until next time, brother.
Yep. So thanks, Tony, for joining me today, and thanks to all of you for watching or listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Until next week, bye.